The reunion for the most explosive season of Vanderpump Rules is almost over, which leads many of us to believe what's going to happen when they start picking up cameras very shortly. Is Raquel, the girl who slept with her best friend's boyfriend, going to be back next season? And will Tom, the boyfriend of Ariana, will he be back as well? Well, you know I've got answers and opinions, and you better believe we're going to talk about it. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you have not subscribed or liked this channel yet, go ahead and do so. Make sure you turn on your post notifications so you know when I go live or post. And last but not least, join the conversation because I want to hear from you on what you think about next season and whether Tom and Raquel are coming back. So, let's go ahead and start by saying it's no secret that this season of Vanderpump Rules has been explosive, to say the least. I mean, the drama is there. The storyline is there. There's just a lot going on all across the board. And particularly the last few episodes in the reunion. Now, over 2 million people tuned in to watch the Vanderpump Rules reunion to see how it all went down when it came to the affair of Tom Sandoval and Raquel Leviss. Now, here's the thing. The affair not only gave this show a boost in ratings and sort of resurrected this show, but it also created countless opportunities for Ariana. If you haven't noticed, Ariana's gotten brand endorsements, commercials, appearances. Sis is making money left and right. And I'm not thinking. I know that this breakup between her and Tom Sandoval is the best thing that could have ever happened to her. Now, while all is great for Ariana, while everything is going to work out, great for her, one of the things that the fans have been wondering, and I know I've been wondering, is what's going to happen going into next season. Will Raquel be back on Vanderpump Rules? Will Tom be back on Vanderpump Rules? That's the big question. What is going to happen moving forward with this show? Now, y'all want to get real for a minute? Let's get real for a minute. In real life, think about it. In real life, Tom and Raquel would run off and be with one another, and Ariana and the rest of the Vanderpump Rules clique would probably never talk to Tom and Ariana or Tom and Raquel again. So, besides Swartz, I see them talking to Swartz, but it leads me to wonder, let's be real, will Raquel return next season? Will Bravo have her back? She said in the part 2 of the reunion that she wants to come back next season. But the biggest thing for me is I don't see a future for Tom or Raquel on this show. I don't know about you, but I don't see a future for either of these two on this show. At this point, nobody likes them. No one wants to hang out with them. So why would they be filming with this group of friends who have history and who have love for one another? Why would they be filming with them? If they did come back and they are on the next season after season after season, it's going to be forced. It's going to be contrived. It's going to be set up by producers because, again, think about it. In real life, if your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you at home watching, if your boyfriend or your girlfriend was cheating on you with your best friend, are you really going to continue to hang out with them in your day-to-day life? Are you really going to continue to go to parties that you know that they're going to be at? I'm not. Are you? Are you picking up what I'm saying here? That's what I'm trying to get here, because Ariana has said in a few interviews since all this Scandoval stuff has happened that she wants nothing to do with Raquel and Tom, and she refuses to film with them next season. Now, if you're a Bravo fan, you know how well that usually works out for the cast members. When a cast member refuses to film with someone, it usually doesn't work out too well. They either end up off the show or they end up filming with the people that they said they were not going to film with. But in this case, Ariana not wanting to film with Tom and Raquel, to me, is not the same as Kenya Moore not wanting to film with Nene Leakes just because she doesn't like her, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I'm just using them for examples. Don't come for me if you're a Kenya or a Nene fan. I'm just using it for example. We're comparing apples to oranges here. Ariana not wanting to film with them makes sense. It makes sense. Why would she? They didn't have children together. They weren't married. What are we going to see between them? They're two exes. What are we going to see them do? Sit down and talk about, you know, why did you hurt? Like, I don't know. I don't see it. The only communication that I could see from these two is if they had to sell the house, maybe. Because, you know, they owned a house together. But hell, even in that scenario, realtors, attorneys, they can do all the talking, you know, be the go-betweener for them so they don't have to talk if they really wanted to go that route. So what is Bravo going to do? What is Bravo going to do? I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. Now, it may not happen, but my predictions are usually always, you know, right in there, close somebody. I believe that Bravo knows that they can't let Raquel and Tom go just yet. They just got the highest ratings they've probably ever had in Vanderpump Rules history. They know that they cannot pick up cameras next season and forget that this Tom and Raquel thing ever happened. So I think they're going to follow Tom and Raquel some next season. They're going to show us if Tom and Raquel are still together when cameras start filming. I think we're going to see a little bit of them. Are they living together? Are they sharing an apartment together? You know, are they exclusive? Finally dating one another? You know, they're going to want to get open and honest, raw moments from them about their relationship. I do believe that we're going to get, you know, those beginning phases of their relationship, if there's still one. And then I feel like they're going to try to, and I'm just speaking from a producer's point of mind, okay? So then I believe they're going to try to incorporate Tom and Raquel into these group scenes with the group. How would they do that, you might ask, when nobody's speaking to them? Schwartz is a possibility. Schwartz could throw a party. He's going to invite everyone because he's friends with everyone, right? Bam, we got everybody in a room together. Or we could bring in some new people. Not get rid of the cast, of course, but bring in a few new people who are friends with both parties, Tom and Raquel, and then friends with the rest of the crew. Lala, Sheena, Katie, the rest of them. Find a mutual friend, bring them into the show, and then have that friend host a party. Hey, y'all, I'm having a party. Will you come? Will you come? We've got everybody in the same room. I also feel like there is an opportunity to get another couple scenes out of Tom and Ariana. You know, maybe we can get some scenes of Tom going to the house and packing his things and finally moving out. And we see him and Ariana maybe have a conversation about what happened and where they're going in their lives separately now. You know how it is when you break up with someone and you're getting ready to move on and you live together. You may hate each other at that point, but sometimes there's some bickering or some talking, or you're passing each other in the hallway and you get into it. Y'all get what I'm trying to sell here, right? And then, yeah, I think we'll get some explosive moments between the group. And I also think between Tom and Raquel. And then I think they'll be done. I don't think Bravo will have any use for them after this is all over with. Now, granted, I do think that there is a future for Tom on the show without Raquel. I don't think there's a future with them together unless they just fall in love and they're in this happy-go-lucky relationship. But if Tom and Raquel break up, I think he's got a better shot at staying on the show. I think in this situation, correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all know I'm right here. In these situations, the female is going to always be the one that gets the most heat. Even though Raquel and Tom are both at fault, Raquel is going to be the one that takes the most heat. She's going to get the home wrecker, the whore title. And they have this group of friends have less history and chemistry invested with Raquel than they do Tom. So, you know, they're going to kick her to the curb. I do think that some of these cast members will eventually be able to forgive Tom. I think Sheena will forgive Tom eventually. Swartz has already forgiven him. So that's 2 out of what? 5, I think? 6. Tom needs Lala, Katie, Ariana, and James to forgive him. And I think, listen, time heals all wounds, right? Give this some time to die down, to simmer down. You know, let Ariana do some healing. Let her explore herself, find herself again. And there is a place to where she can forgive Tom. I know it seems far-fetched right now, but speaking from my own experience, I'm not friends with my exes, but after a year or 2 has passed and I've healed from my past relationships, I don't hold or harbor any resentment or anger towards any of my exes. And I don't. My last 2 exes have cheated on me. One of my exes actually tried to burn my motherfucking house down. Doused my everything in gasoline. Like, yes, physically abusive relationship. That was 2020, 3 years ago. I've moved on. I forgive him. I've forgiven him. I've talked to him since. Do we hang out? Do we talk on the phone every day? Are we best friends? Absolutely not. But I forgave him and I moved on. There's no way that I think Ariana, Lala, Sheena, Katie, you know, James, all them, I don't think they will go on for season after season after season after season with this Tom hate train. I don't. Do I think they'll hate Raquel forever? Yeah, I do. I don't think they'll ever trust Raquel again. Unfortunately, that's just the way it rolls sometimes. The women get blamed. Again, in this scenario, though, like I said, Raquel does not have as much friendship invested with these, you know. Tom goes back 15 years with these people. Raquel only goes back like 5 years with them, you know. So, and you know, another thing is Tom and Raquel are super hated by the fans right now. So that also comes into play, I think, when bringing them back. Believe it or not, Bravo, the producers, the production company, they look at what the fans say. They don't go off of that every time, but they do take into consideration to what the fans think. And in reality TV, on these shows, these cast members have what you call a Q rating, a Q score. And a Q score or a Q rating is pretty much how well the audience likes you. It's a percentage of how well the audience likes you. And I have a feeling that Tom and Rachel's Q score is very low right now. So it just doesn't look good for the both of them. I do see a path forward for Tom moving forward with this show. I don't really see one for Raquel or Rachel. I don't see her and Tom being together. He's going to fuck her and keep her pushing and move on to the next Hollywood thought pocket. And Rachel will be, you know, a Vanderpump Rules has been. Maybe she'll go on and do other reality shows. I don't know, but I don't see Raquel returning to this show. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. Do you think Raquel will be back for the next season of Vanderpump Rules? And do you think Tom will be back for the next season of Vanderpump Rules? Do you think Tom and Ariana, I'm so used to saying their names together. Do you think Tom and Raquel will last? This affair that they had, do you think this relationship and the affair of it all will sustain and they will ride off into the Hollywood sunset and be together forever? Or do you think it's going to crash and burn? If it hasn't already, because word on the curb is it's crashed and burned already. But I don't know whether to believe that or not, because we did see pictures of Tom on a plane. Someone was sitting next to him, and they snapped a photo, and he had his phone where he was talking to Raquel. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'd love to hear from you on what your thoughts are moving forward in the next season. Do you think they're going to be back? There's only one way to find out, and that's tuning in to the next season of Vanderpump Rules when it airs. The season will start filming very soon, and we will be getting, some pictures leaked from paparazzi and stuff that are out there on the set, taking pictures, leaking photos, so we'll know who's returning when the season starts filming. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to another episode of Damien After Dark. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button right below this video. Press the thumbs up button to support the channel. And last but not least, join the conversation and hop in those comments below. I love you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.